Hey, Louise and Dee's Living Fit every day. In fact, today I'm living fit outside and enjoying just some of this beautiful spring weather. It's actually a little bit cool, but makes for some good getting out weather with the animals. So as I'm walking, I'm thinking of something that is near and dear to my heart that I wanted to share with you because it is something that I use in my everyday life, in my journey of living fit every day. And it is super powerful. Some of you may know I am in recovery and I belong to a 12-step recovery program. And I have used those same principles that are behind the 12 steps and behind that program of recovery and apply it to my fitness. And I apply it to how I help others begin their journey and walk that journey. Because if you think about it, there is this organization that helps hundreds of thousands of people go from a seemingly hopeless condition, like to living on the street and suicidal and broken homes, to a place where they are now thriving members of their community, have gained back so much more in their life, more than they even thought was possible. And the biggest thing being hope and just, living a healthy, sober life. So, that alone just goes to show you the power behind if you apply these principles. And one of the things that we say in the program is to apply these principles in all your affairs. So I thought, if I apply this to my fitness, to my health and fitness, it is going to, help it beyond measure. So I do. And I also apply it to how I, walk with women through their journey. The organization is made up of people that don't even want to be there. And it's like one of the biggest growing and successful organizations, right? The 12-Step Recovery Program. And it's anonymous. But it is an organization that is growing, like exponentially growing. And it's made of members who don't even want to be there in the first place. Now, once they work the steps, once their life starts to change, of course, like me, I love going to meetings. I love seeing people that have been there, that have gone through a lot of difficulties, that have overcome them, have restored their life, and seeing new people coming in and knowing that, and sharing the hope with them. So very near and dear to my heart, and I know that when you take the action of these principles, of these steps, that it is powerful and can change your life in any area of your life. So I wanted to share some of those with you over the next couple of days. Of course, there's 12 steps, so right now I'm just going to talk about a couple. One of the underlying things with this is that it is one person helping another person. It is one person who has been there, done that, who has experienced strength and hope. They know what it's like. They share what they've done, and they share what it's like now. And it's that one person relating to another person that makes it so successful. And that's why I love applying that to what I do as a online health and fitness coach. I know where you've been. I have been there, and I've gone through all the struggles, and I've tried things that didn't work, and resisted, and then finally walked that walk. And now I like to talk the talk, and I like to pay it forward, just because that's what I've learned. So in step one, you admit you're powerless. You accept that defeat. So it's one thing to admit it, but another thing to accept it. And if you're like me, I'm independent to a core. It was not something I did easily as far as admitting defeat or being powerless over something. I was a survivor. I'll make this work. I don't need your help. That was kind of my mindset. But obviously life has become unmanageable. Obviously things weren't working out. Obviously my way wasn't working. So I had to let go of that. I had to forget what I thought I knew, and I had to try something different. And reach out and ask for help. And then, once you ask for it, chances are somebody's going to offer you up advice. And the other thing is to accept it. Other thing is to, again, like I said, forget everything you think you know and just start to get honest with yourself about what has gotten you to this point, and maybe it's time to try something different. So that's really step one. And so if you admit you're powerless in step one, step two is then finding a power by which to live. It's coming to believe in a power that can restore you to sanity. So step one, you admit that the things that you have done, that definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. So when you're admitting that powerlessness in step one, you're kind of admitting your insanity too. So step two, you get restored to sanity because you come to believe that you need it. I'm powerless. I need a power by which to live. you see other people doing the deal, you see that it is possible, that if you relate to them and you know they know how you feel, how they've walked in your shoes, in your struggles, they've overcome them, and if they can do it, so can you. That is that one-on-one relating. That is so powerful. But that means you have to set aside your ego. That means you have to, again, you can't do this cafeteria style. You can't say, well, I'll do this, but I won't do that. Well, if that person did ABC, then you need to do ABC too, right? If you want what they have. So that's where the hope comes in. If you see other people doing it, or I saw people doing it, and so that gave me the hope. I know I can do it too. What are they doing? I'm going to do that. So that is step 2. Step 3 is turning your will and your life over to that power. So I see other people doing it. I know what they're doing. I think I'll do it. I think I'll let go and do it. And when you turn your will and your will is your thoughts, your life is your actions. So you're turning your thoughts and your actions over to that power, to trying a different way, to restore you to sanity. And really it is getting willing and just suiting up and showing up. And I'll tell you what, I have to do that in the morning when I'm going to work out. I'm a fitness coach, but I don't necessarily like to exercise all the time. And I absolutely have to tell myself I need to just suit up and show up because I know this is the right thing to do. This is the next right thing to do. And because being a coach makes me a little bit more accountable to the women that I'm helping. So having somebody that you're accountable to is also extremely beneficial and will help you to succeed. So like in the program, we have sponsors. I am accountable to my sponsor. I check in with my sponsor 3 times a week. I see her at meetings 3 to 4 times. Well, I see her 2 times a week out of the meetings that I go. But I'm accountable to her. We do a check-in, you know. Are you taking the action? And this is an action program. Action, 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 and more action. And really, that's what it requires, right? You can get stuck between the gap of knowing and doing. So really, you got to get into action. So having that accountability piece, having a sponsor, having your workout partner, tell your family and your friends what you want to do, what you're about to embark on. If you're starting a new fitness program, if you need to change up your diet, like maybe you need to just baby step, right? The other thing is you want to set your goals, make your goals right sized. If you are just starting out and you've got some big goals, you have gained, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, you've got a journey to go on. So don't think you're going to do it all, in a week, in a month, even 2 months. You have to be right sized with your goals, and then let your family and your friends know. And maybe you start out with just eliminating, chips and ice cream and soda pop and, eating out or going to, the fast food restaurants. Maybe you go out a lot with your friends and maybe you need to cut it back to once a week. Or if you do go out, commit to making those healthy choices when you do. But you really, when you set that goals and you get that accountability partner, or at least let your family and your friends know this is what I'm doing and ask them for their support, then you at least have that piece. And then you suit up and you show up and you continue to take action, whether you feel like it or not. Remember, you are letting go. You are forgetting everything you think you know because you're going to try something different. I have tried many things in the past as far as diet programs and, joining gyms and getting a personal trainer. And for me, it was really just starting small and staying accountable, starting small and staying consistent, and not trying to change up everything. Like the other thing that we talk about in the program is not future tripping. Like, I've got this goal. It's a right-sized goal. If I stay on track, I'll get there. Don't worry about the future. Think about today. What am I going to do today that is going to get me closer to my goal? So you have to think about that. What time do I have to commit in my day? What can I do in this 24 hours to get me closer to that goal? So really, the 12 principles of recovery have helped me on my fitness journey. I know they can help you too. I'm excited at this. I'm passionate about this because it has totally transformed my life in every area of my life. I can't even begin. We would have to talk forever. So I will bring this to you over the next couple of days, just some more of how I apply these principles to my fitness journey, to my life, and to how I help others to walk their journey too, as far as living fit every day. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.